Hello and good evening. It's the evening of January the 15th, 2016, Friday. I'm up here at the amateur radio station at school, and this is my first time up here as a licensed amateur radio operator. And tonight, I'm going to see if I can make my very first contact. And I'm super excited, and I am going to capture it here on video today. So I have my basic license, but not honors, so I can only transmit above 30 megahertz. So we probably won't be using this radio because it only goes up to 40 megahertz, so it's not going to be very useful. I'm probably not going to find anyone between 30 and 40 megahertz. There's one of the repeaters giving their call sign. But I am going to use the handheld VHF radio and transmit on the repeater and see if I can make contact with anyone local on the repeater. And as you might be able to notice here, we have a different handheld radio here. My prof, the person who who manages this station and owns the Baofeng UV82 handheld radio that's always been up here, he has switched it out for whatever reason with this Baofeng BF F8 Plus. And this radio is pretty much identical to the most popular Baofeng radio, the UV5R. The only difference is it's got a reverse LCD display, white characters on a black background. It's got a white LED backlight. And quick review, it feels just fine, especially for how affordable these are. And yeah, that's pretty much it. These are a pretty great radio for a new amateur radio operator, great for someone's first radio. But I probably won't be buying one. I'd rather have a slightly older radio because I'd like something slightly larger, has a bit of a better heft to it. But yeah, it seems like a pretty good radio. So we're going to be using this. I'm going to be broadcasting on the local repeater. So without further ado, let's do that. Okay, so I'm really nervous, even though I shouldn't be. This will be the first time ever that I've transmitted on the amateur radio bands. So I'm going to turn the volume up here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give out my call sign, and it lets anyone who's listening know that I'm present and standing by. When I transmit, the repeater will probably reply to me with Morse code or whatever it does. So yeah, I'm just going to give out my call sign and see what happens. VE9 Echo November. There might be someone on there, there might not be. I'll wait a few minutes and then give out my call sign again. If still nothing, then we'll try the HF radio, see if there's anyone on between 30 and 40 megahertz. I doubt it though. The repeater didn't even get back to me. That's kind of rude. Oh, and if you're wondering what this is, I've decided to at least try to keep a logbook. A lot of amateur radio operators keep a logbook. It's basically just a record of people you've made contact with, their call sign and the frequency and any other circumstances that are noteworthy. And yeah, I figure I'll do that, and I'll probably thank myself in the future for doing so. So I've got my name and call sign on there, and cool. Ah, that stinks. It turns out that there is no amateur radio band between 30 and 40 megahertz. The next one, above 30 megahertz, is 50 megahertz, and this radio doesn't hit that. Oh well. So I guess we'll just be stuck with this, with nobody on the repeater. Alright, well, I'll give out my call sign one more time, and after that, I think I'll probably just stay silent until someone comes on the repeater and gives out their call sign in the event they're looking for a contact. VE9 Echo November, standing by. I can tell already I'm going to be doing a lot of stuttering, giving out my call sign and stuff. just because I've never done it before and because I'm irrationally nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. I mean, even the most seasoned operators, you know, can make mistakes, you know, forget someone's call sign that they're talking to, or bluff their own call sign, stuff like that. It's no matter. Well, there seems to be no one on the repeater, so I guess I'll lay back for a while, probably do some stuff on the computer, do some stuff for work maybe, and I'll fire the camera back up if someone comes on the repeater. Alright, it's been half an hour or something. I'm actually going to switch to the other repeater on the B frequency. It's a different repeater. I think it's on the same network as the first repeater, but I'll give it a try anyway. Give out my call sign. VE9, Echo November, standing by. Well, the repeater was courteous enough to answer. Someone just gave out their call sign on the A channel. I accidentally switched to the B channel and lost him, but I think it was VE1AG. I'll listen for a moment, and I might try. I'd call them out right now, but I'm not sure I got their call sign right. I'm looking it up right now. You know what? Screw it. I'll call out. To the station who just called, I believe it was VE1AG. This is VE9 Echo November. I know I've heard that call sign before, VE1AG, so I think that's who it was. But they're not returning. Unfortunately. They were pretty crackly. They might be... VE1 is Nova Scotia. If they're in Nova Scotia, according to the Industry Canada information they are, how are they talking all the way over here? The repeaters shouldn't be linked. They could be hitting the St. George repeater if they got a good enough radio and antenna. Well, looks like they're not going to get back to me. That was unfortunate. That's the closest I've come so far. But it looks like they're not going to come back to me, which is unfortunate. But hey, that's progress. Well, someone just called on the B channel. They clearly gave out their call sign, but their signal was so poor I couldn't even understand what their call sign was. It was VE1 something. It might have been VE1AG, but they were originally on the A channel, so I don't know. But I'm not going to respond to them because I don't want my first contact to be a frustrating attempt at understanding a very poor signal. I think I'll cut it off here. It's about time for me to go catch the bus. I've been here for 2 hours, and we didn't make a contact, which is what I was hoping for, but we made progress. I sent out my call sign for the very first time ever. Sent it out a few times, got comfortable sending it out. Attempted to make contact with someone who didn't get back to me, but hey, it's all a step in the right direction. 2 days from now, the International Repeater Group, which is a group of amateur radio operators that span the provinces of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Quebec, as well as the U.S. state of Maine, they're going to be meeting on Sunday night. They meet every Sunday night and every Tuesday night. Just everyone says hi and gives out any noteworthy news that they want to share, and then that's it. The whole thing usually takes about an hour, and can usually 10 or 15 people that introduce themselves on there. So I think on Sunday night I will be here, and I will listen to that net, and I will introduce myself, and I will film it, and that'll hopefully work, and that'll be totally awesome. Just jump in head first, introduce myself on the International Repeater Group's meeting. That should be pretty sweet. So here you go, guys. Sorry we didn't do anything more exciting in this video, but it's all a work in progress. So I'll see you later.